welcome to my review of Final Fantasy 13. I beat it. Oh my god, I beat the game last week. If you didn't see the video, please check my YouTube, my previous video. I have an edited version of it and also a live stream version from it. I did the final boss as a live stream because I was so stuck for so long. So I was like, let me just, stream it instead. Yeah, let's do my review. Anyway, we're here with Final Fantasy 13. It came out in 2009. Oh my god, I cannot talk. On the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Just a little info here for ya. I have it here on the screen. Like, it's actually a very cool photo. Yeah, so you play with Lightning. And then with your entourage is Hope, Snow, Zaz, Fang, and Vanille. I do really enjoyed it. This game is very linear. It is just very, like, straight to the point. There's not really a lot of, like, open world. What I really enjoyed, because I came from Final Fantasy 12, what is pretty big. Well, just very big. Like, you have, like, so much to do, so many hunts, so many, like, secret stuff, and, like, so it was very kind of refreshing for me, just to have, like, a linear game. There is only one, like, part that is chapter 11 that it kind of expands, that you go to a different place, I'm gonna say, and that opens up to like do also hunts, like very similar as in Final Fantasy 12, but there's just, I think, a bit less on it. I think there are 64 hunts in total, but you don't need to do everything. I think I did like in the 20s, I think, in total of the hunts to kind of get me going, to kind of upgrade myself and stuff. So that wasn't too bad, compared with like other Final Fantasies. Mainly number 12 because it has so much to do. Main differences, like with summoning, is very different. Like it's not like in 12 again that you just get everyone. Like, there are no hidden summons I can get or anything like that. Everyone gets their one summon they have, or their Eidolon, I think it's called here, in number 13. Next one I wanted to talk about is just, like, story, basically. Like, I know this one isn't as, like, well-loved, I'm assuming, like, or just I heard. Like, there feels like there's less interest in this one. It feels like, yeah, I feel like people are more in love with like other ones than with this one. I'm not sure why, to be honest. Like, I still think it's a great game. I really enjoyed my time with it. I think the most confusing for me is the story. The story I had a hard time to grasp. Like it was very confusing to me. Like, it didn't click right away. Like, I was like, what are we talking about? Like, I'm not sure. Fortunately, you do have data logs you can read up on, and then that kind of fills in the gap a little bit, but I can understand from people that you not want to read those, because there is a lot to read. Like, every time I went to a save point, I was kind of checking if I had a data log, because they say data log updated. And you basically get recaps from the story, so they do pretty good on that. They do recap it and everything. What was really nice, so that kind of got me. But in the long run, I am still a bit confused with what. But I think I grasp it, but don't ask for details. Like, that I wouldn't know, but I think I kind of like got the generic gist of it. Still fun for me, even though I had a bit of a harder time to grasp the story. It was still a lot of fun. Characters, yes. So what I said, you have Lightning as the main character, who is great. I love her. I think she's my favorite one from the whole group. I mean, that's why I think she's a main character. She's just very well written, really just fun. Goes through a lot, and I love to see her. I love to like see the changes of her and stuff. So yeah, that was really fun. The hardest one I had to connect with is Hope and Vanille. I didn't really enjoy them as much. Hope is very annoying in the beginning, very whiny. a very whiny teen. I understand why he has a lot of hatred and stuff towards Snow because, of course, his mom passed away and he blames him. But I just didn't enjoy that he had like 3 to 4 opportunities with Snow to kind of basically just tell him. And maybe because I'm too old for him, I'm just not a teenager. I just have a hard time connecting with that. And that's the same for Fennel. Like, really didn't click with her as much. She was also a bit too whiny for me. And I really didn't like well, I'm just gonna lie to you just to kind of ignore everything. And that will probably be better because it will definitely not hurt me in the long run or something. Yeah, so those two was just fine. Didn't connect as much with them. Same for Snow was fine as well. Like, I never used him in battle or anything. He was kind of like a forgotten. He did remind me. Snow reminds me of the person from Heavy Rain, and like yelling Jason in the beginning constantly in the mall. He does it with Sarah. Sarah, if you don't know, is Lightning, her sister. Story is that she turned into a crystal. I will talk a bit more about that later. She turns into crystal and he's trying to like save her from like the bad thing that's happening and stuff. Anyway, yeah, it was fine. I do like it's voiced by Troy Baker. I think it's one of his first roles, I think. Like, so it was really cool to hear him in the Final Fantasy game. And then Sass, I really just like him. He's just really fun. One most relatable. I think we're also a similar age. So I really enjoyed him. He was just really fun, sassy, and everything. And then the last one is Fang. She's the one with the blue, on the picture, she's in the back with her weapon in hand, the red weapon. She is very fun. Gets a bit of anger issues here and there, but I understand why. But she's just really fun. She was also mostly I used after my battle. I could switch my battle team. Her and actually I used Hope and Vanille actually a lot in the end. They were my party. First it was always Fang, Vanille, and Sass. So they were really good. And then we have about leveling up. So that was a bit different. There is no leveling up system or anything. Like, it's just not there. So that was different. Like, you don't have level 1, level 2, or anything like that. You do have a Crystarium. That is basically just a large crystal. It reminds me of a sphere grid of Final Fantasy X a little bit. But it's very linear as well. So you can only go one way. And yeah, you go up by levels. Eventually with like in the story, it upgrades with you like to go another level. So you have stage 1, and then you do all the little like upgrade everything around it, and you have different categories as in roles. So you upgrade their roles as well. I will talk to that in a little bit what that means. So yeah, you just upgrade. It's pretty simple. You just go from stage 1 to stage 2, and then you in the beginning it actually stops. You can't like eventually it like blocks you because it doesn't go further. And then after a certain event in stories, like if you finish like chapter 3 or something, it will then suddenly say your Crystarium is, you know, upgraded and everything. So you can now go to a different stage of the game, like of the Crystarium. So you can't really over level with it with your Crystarium because you suddenly are just stopped. I do like that you're like, I never really had a feeling with the Crystarium. I never had like a feeling I was under leveled as much. So that was really a nice feeling. It felt was like, because the game is so linear, you kind of like go around with it. It's only like from chapter 11 till chapter 11, 12, and 13 you feel like, okay, I do have to go back to the open world to get more of my Crystarium and, you know, do weapon upgrades and everything else. Then we have that as a difference too. Weapon upgrades. That confused me. Like, never clicked with me. I didn't really get it. Like, for a long time, like until like chapter 12 or something, or 13. I was like, oh, so this is how it works. So basically, you can upgrade their weapons. I didn't know that if you upgrade their weapons, you can also get like a boost of XP and stuff, and they just have stronger weapons with it. I didn't understood how it worked. Basically, you grab a weapon, you have one, and you can have all like tier ones weapons. This is gonna be so hard to explain. Anyway, so like yeah, so I only did this for Fang, and a little bit of lightning, but I had Fan as a weapon, like her weapon, base weapon. I forgot what the name was. Upgraded that one with like all the materials you could have to like full until it has a star. Then you give like a crystal type, and you can see which one you need. You upgrade it to a different level under with like a tier 2 weapon. What was for me Clave, I think. So that boosted her, and then that one you had to upgrade again till like you get the star, then do another crystal, and then it goes to a tier 3, I think, weapons. So then also you get like a boost, and your weapon is super strong, and this is the way to get their ultimate weapons. I was a bit confused because like, how are you doing this? But apparently you only can kind of do it from chapter 11 on, like that, from that on, where you kind of have like the open world kind of part. That's where you can like upgrade it then. It's the best way to do it, because there you have options to go back and forth from 11 and 13, between chapter 11 and 13. So, but it just didn't click with me, and I just kind of went for it. I kind of just did base. I had the highest I had was Fang with my tier 2 kind of type weapon, because it just didn't connect. It didn't click with me. It was just really for me hard to grasp. I think that's why I just didn't click with it. Like, I don't understand this. But now I do, so probably if I go back to it and do all the hunts, I probably would be better. I also find a better guide for it. I really had a hard time finding a good guide for it, because like it just didn't click. Fortunately, I have a really good friend, my bestie, that loves Final Fantasy 13 and gave me all the details. So that was really nice to, like, thank you again for all the advice for that one, because I could not like understand it otherwise. But he gave me a very good guide, and that's how it clicked finally. Different paradigms. That's a whole new thing. It's the paradigm system. That's how you fight in Final Fantasy 13. What paradigms is that characters here, like, you don't have roles as well, like kind of like job roles, kind of like that. Very, very fun. I actually liked it in the beginning. I thought, I will never grasp this. I don't understand how this is gonna work. I probably will just start with their base paradigm, like, lines. So how it works is basically you have your roles. So Lightning is a commander, or like she can be a Ravager, or you have medic, and a sentinel and a saboteur. I think those, I might forgetting one. Oh, and a synergist. Yeah, synergist, that was the one. So each of them have their kind of their specialty. Lightning is very good in Commando and Ravager. She's, I think, stronger in Ravaging than Commando. Fang, on the other hand, is a very good commander, like Commando person. So really, really offensive. Plus, and she's also has a Sentinel. Sentinels are basically your defense as well. So she's a good both on those things. So yeah, that's basically what you do your paradigms with. Like, you give each other a role. So you do have like Lightning as commander, then Fang, for example, Sentinel, and then you have Fanil as a medic. And that's how you then fight. In the meantime, you can switch during the battle, like, between different paradigms. You can customize those with, like, whatever you think is best. Or you can do kind of like when you choose your characters, they kind of set up 3 of them already, like in autoplays. So you can also use those, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would always look but really helped me was like finding a guide. And when you do a boss battle, they tell you which people are the best in which paradigm way would you like to see them. So that really helped. But I was very proud, as in like the beginning, like I said, I was like, never gonna grasp this. I never am. So yeah, this is not gonna be good. I actually was really grasping it like pretty good, I think, and was really able to switch very quickly between back and forth. And then I found my people whose roles were really like best and which one worked best. Like I said, like when you can change eventually you can change your battle team. Because in the beginning you can't. It just kind of like what the story gives you. That's what you have to deal with. And then in the end, like chapter 11, 12, and 13, they let you change your battle team. And I always used Fang. And I liked Fang. She was very more offensive and like really fighty, and I like that. And then I had Zaz, and then Vanille. Vanille was always my medic. Zaz was my Ravager plus my Synergist because he could give haste. That changed to Hope, because Hope can be a medic and a Synergist, so that really helped me in the last part, because I was struggling there, and you really need 2 medics. But honestly, I love Paradigm System. It's really fun. I really enjoyed it. I love how fast-paced it is. It's fun to do different things, especially with the bosses. You kind of like have to change back and forth. I was very skeptical on the Sentinel first. I was like, I'm never going to use that. I don't like defensing and, you know, like basically blocking for everything. And I was like, oh, I actually do enjoy this because I'm using Fang. And eventually I needed to use a Sentinel for all of those things. Endgame was really hard, difficult. I struggled with that. It's because I didn't go in chapter 13. You have the option to go back to the place on where you can basically hunt. And that could have helped me in like getting a bit more of my Crystarium. I could have probably upgraded my weapons more, but I was getting impatient and I wanted to just go for the final boss. Really fun, but very hard. Orphan is no joke. But I got it. It was a lot of fun, even though it took me like almost 3 hours in total to beat him, but we got it. Overall thoughts of this game is it's a fun game. I really enjoy it, and I'm very interested in 13-2 and Lightning Returns. Those are the sequels. Again, I don't know if the story is any easier, or I don't know how if it's different. I don't know who the bad guy is. I honestly don't know anything about 13-2 and Lightning Returns. I also didn't know anything about 13 at all when I came in. Like, this was the only Final Fantasy left from my marathon thing that I just didn't know anything about, except for I knew Lightning just because from the cover, and like I heard her name in passing. But that's basically it. I mean, again, story, it is just a quick recap on that. You're on Cocoon, that's the world. You can become Fal'Cie? No, you can become a L'Cie. What is that when you're getting a brand. L'Cies are bad. Her sister from the Lightning's her sister becomes a L'Cie, and when you are becoming a L'Cie, that means you get a focus. It's basically a mission you have to do, and like you have a certain amount of time to do that. If you don't do it, you become a Seath, what is basically a monster. Or if you do it, you become a crystal. What is happening to her sister in the beginning? This is like not a major spoiler. This is literally just the start. She goes against the government because she's mad and has to find, and then becomes L'Cie herself. So they go all on a grand journey to figure out their focus and what it all is going on, and what is the government doing and everything. And again, I had a hard time grasping it, so for me even like trying to explain it is pretty difficult for me. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I think I give this game an 8 for sure. I think I would go back to this one. I would replay it, especially now because I know like the system, I know like the characters, I know like how the upgrades work and everything. So now it's actually more fun for me to go back and redo it all. So yeah, I'm very, very excited for it. Definitely want to play the sequels and the sequel after that. If you're interested in that, let me know. I was hoping to do after my marathon, because I only have 2 left. I was gonna do all the sequels, so X2 and then those 2, and then maybe Type 0 as well. So, and then after yours I have to finish from Final Fantasy IV. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. This is a little recap and a little review of my opinion of Final Fantasy 13. I do think like it's very people, yeah, like I know it's not really as well loved as compared with other ones. Well, I don't know, it just really is a lot of fun. I like it. And also the soundtrack is amazing. That is one of the best, I think. Like it has such a good soundtrack. Really loved it. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed this video. Again, like I said, please like and subscribe. And yeah, hopefully you would play Final Fantasy 13 in the future as well. Yeah, or on the sequels. And if you know anything about the sequels, let me know if I should play it or if you think it's exciting to see it later on. Anyway, thank you all. Bye.